Good afternoon, everyone. Can I have your attention for just one moment, please? We're just a few minutes before we start the formal procession and proceedings. Just some housekeeping. If everyone could put their phones and mobile phones in silent, please. And the ceremony will begin with the piper. And when you hear the piper coming in, if you could please be upstanding for the platform party. And we'll be underway in a few minutes. Thank you.
Special guests of honour and members of our College Board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates and of course families and friends. As Vice Principal of Student Experience at the City of Glasgow College, I'm delighted to welcome you to our 2022 winter graduation. I also extend a warm welcome to all of those who are joining us online. Thankfully, the last academic year saw us return to a more normal course delivery programme. And despite this, in the last 2 years, many of you will have had to adapt to new ways of working during the pandemic. And we're very proud of how you've overcome such unexpected and difficult times. You've shown impressive resilience and agility, and it makes the qualifications you've worked so hard for, along with all of your lecturing team, an even more impressive achievement. You're an aspiring group who will shape the future with the creative and problem-solving approaches you've developed at the college, positioning you well for a life of learning and work. So, what I'd like you to do is turn to the right, to the person on your right, to the person on your left, and say, well done and congratulations. Some of you obviously thought you needed a lot of congratulations, so well done everyone, and what a great day you're going to have. As is customary, today's ceremony commences with an address from our college's Principal and Chief Executive, Paul Little. We recently celebrated our 12th anniversary, and in that time, Principal Little has raised City of Glasgow College to be a top-performing college in Scotland and the UK. His leadership continues to redefine tertiary education and rightly ensures that students remain the focal point of everything we do, no matter what age. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Principal and Chief Executive Officer, Paul Little.
Thank you, Dr. Carney. Mr. Chairman, guest of honour Sandy Begbie, CBE, members of our College Board, distinguished guests, distinguished alumni, colleagues, and in particular, our graduating class of 2022. I'd like to add my own personal welcome to our graduands and their families, and to all those watching this winter graduation live on the internet right across the world. You know, graduands, we meet in one of the few venues that can hold a supersized super graduation, the Royal Concert Hall. And we're here to confer your internationally recognised qualifications. Like, clearly this is steeped in ancient academic history, hence the gowns and hence the ceremony. But it is important that we respect that tradition. Today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter in your lives, and perhaps a new chapter in your learning journey. It is very much also a watershed moment for you. And I and the lecturing and support faculties look forward each year to this event. We feel particularly privileged that we have helped so many learners to flourish. And we also feel that we have helped you realise your learning goals. And it's also a privilege to make so many dreams come true. Indeed, whether you're moving on to an advanced course at the college or a new course at the City of Glasgow College, or whether you're doing an apprenticeship, or indeed whether you're going to another tertiary institution, I want you to take a pause just right now and reflect on the journey that's got you to sitting in that seat. Only you know the tears and the tantrums that were behind and shared with your classmates or your family and your friends. But they have all long since been forgotten. Now you have completed all those seemingly endless units that you had to complete and assessments. You have juggled a part-time job in your studies. You have passed. You deserve your 15 seconds of fame in the academic spotlight when you come across the stage. Some of you have passed with flying colours and get special awards this evening. But amidst all of that, let's also remember that we are still officially in a pandemic, and although many of the legal restrictions have been lifted, we still have to learn to adapt and avoid the continuing transfer of the virus and its many horrible variants. So really, in that respect, we as a college have learned to adapt. So rather than the traditional handshake or doffing of the cap, I will give you a ceremonial nod. Now that ceremonial nod places a huge amount of strain on my neck when you do it for 3 ceremonies in one day. And some of you were gracious enough in the morning ceremony said, "Is your neck sore?" There's 2 things I would say is, you don't have to nod back to me. It does help me that you've heard me, but you don't actually have to do that, just so that you know. But that ceremonial nod is the conferring of your internationally recognised qualification. And to be honest, when I see so many graduates before me, I'm actually quite relieved. I'm not shaking that many hands today, so that's actually an added bonus for us. You know, it gives me a great pleasure also to welcome as our VAP Guest of Honour, Sandy Begbie. Sandy, I'll formally introduce him later on. He's a highly experienced international executive and one of the UK and indeed Scotland's top business and finance and enterprise advocates. So Sandy, in front of you have kind of the next generation of large and small businessmen and women who will leave us and make careers in a whole range of different enterprises. Because class of 2022, there's no doubt about it, we are facing a poly-crisis, many crises all at once. And with all the continued uncertainty that we're all grappling with and challenging us, you have the added challenge as graduates to enter a highly competitive employment market. However, employers are desperate for your technological and your professional skills. And the deep learning and the immersion that you've had at the City of Glasgow College in particular, a college which is industry focused and a college which delivers a huge amount of higher technical and vocational skills, ensures that employers know that you're work ready when you come through their door. Some of you will also go on to set up your own businesses, and we wish you well with that too, because we've given you the skills to do that and not just work for someone else. So quite honestly, although this says something in that tube which you will get when you come off the stage on your degree or your certificate or your diploma, what is actually more valuable is the attributes that you've got by being a City of Glasgow College graduate. So we often refer to you as graduands, so that's before you actually graduate. But as you graduate today, when you get that ceremonial nod and you walk, that's you, you've graduated. You know, the bit of paper is important to show granny and mum and dad and put it on your wall. And I would encourage you to frame it, because quite honestly, you never know when you're going to need that for the next stage. But quite honestly, it's the attributes you've got as a City graduate. What are they? Well, we have trained you how to problem solve, how to be creative, how to be solutions focused, how to be entrepreneurial, how to be mentally and emotionally resilient. We have trained you to be undaunted when you're faced with turbulence and ambiguity of our 21st century. And let's also not forget a very important attribute. We have trained you to be an instinctive team member, to work collaboratively and with higher levels of cooperation than previous generations could muster. Those are highly valuable skills that you take with you from the City of Glasgow College, not just the qualification. Those attributes, class of 2022, will set you apart from the proverbial herd. Because after all, and you'll soon realise this, you're not simply graduating today. You're not simply graduating from a college. You're graduating from the City of Glasgow College. So I hope to see you standing taller after you graduate, because being a graduate of the City of Glasgow College means something extra special. For a start, you become part of a worldwide community of alumni of 149 different nationalities across 23 countries in the world, across 6 continents of our world. And as you know, we just haven't taught you to competence levels, we've taught you to excellence levels. Indeed, this point was reinforced to me just recently, 2 weeks ago, when on behalf of the City of Glasgow College, I picked up the EFQM Global Award for Excellence from the top Global Council of International Excellence. Now, a team of international assessors visit us in the early summer, and after 6 months of robust assessment, looking at the breadth and depth of all that we do across our 2,000 courses for some 40,000 students, across 2 sites, across 6 days a week, they recognised the City of Glasgow College merited not a 7-star recognition. They recognised your college and our college with a 7-diamond recognition. Less than a handful of organisations in the world have that highly elite world ranking. Pleases me that our top ancient universities and our top blue chip companies don't even have that ranking. You know, finishing overall 3rd in the world as an organisation, we achieved the highest marks ever for an educational institution in the 33-year history of that global organisation. Yes, when you graduated from the City of Glasgow College, you graduate from a college that's internationally renowned and has the highest standards of excellence in the world. And of course, that recognition belongs to our staff, who've contributed every single day, belongs to our board of management, give us wide guidance, belongs to our massive stakeholder family that support us, give you the placements you need, helps you ensure your courses remain industry relevant, give us the international links and national links and local links that we depend on. And of course, it belongs to you, our excellent students. And as I was picking up that award, elsewhere in Europe, 2 of your peers, 2 of your classmates were picking up world-class awards. They were each won a medallion of excellence at the World Skills International competition. And City of Glasgow College is in fact the only United Kingdom college to achieve 2 such medallions of excellence. These global high flyers are Simona Fedorova in restaurant service and George Hutchison in 3D digital games technology. Now, for the benefit of the audience who are not familiar with the World Skills, it's the Skills Olympics. And the City of Glasgow College has not just been the most successful Scottish college, the most successful UK college. We've actually topped the UK leagues for the last 10 years or so. So graduating today, you graduate with a huge heritage, a huge provenance that you have helped maintain, that your predecessors have maintained, and your successors will maintain. So if you think all colleges or all universities are the same, you're wrong. There are some that are extra special, and you're graduating from one. Because your future employers, the civic leaders know in Glasgow what the City of Glasgow College. Sandy and his colleagues know what we deliver. For 2,000 programmes, for 200 industry sectors, you leave us work ready with world-class levels of skills. Now, this is an important consideration for Sandy and his colleagues as they work with different education and college partners. In class of 2022, let's be really clear, you have been taught by the very best. There's a small sample of lectures here supporting today. But you've also been taught in the very best college facilities anywhere in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, world-class means that you set the standard and others follow your Pathfinder lead. You may also be interested to learn that City of Glasgow College plays a system leadership role in multiple industry domains. We influence many industries, right across Scotland, right across the United Kingdom, and right across the globe. For example, this leadership role was further strengthened with my own appointment as the United Kingdom's chair for the Shipbuilding Skills Task Force, which I trust will see a renaissance of shipbuilding back on the River Clyde, back in Scotland, and indeed right across the UK. And together with an expert task force, we're looking at all aspects of the supply side and the need for upskilling and reskilling and all the necessary interventions to have a 30-year pipeline of talent for what is a £30 billion industry. And of course, City of Glasgow College stands ready to play its particular leadership role in this national shipbuilding endeavour. For example, we intend to double the amount of apprenticeships that we have to 2,000. Shortly, we'll be launching a higher technological qualification in shipbuilding, the first ever in the United Kingdom. I could go on. But before I conclude, I want to particularly address, with a few words of reflection, our exemplary graduating class of 2022. And this is where I need your help just right now. When I graduated from a world-class institution in the US, we were reminded, just at this juncture, that no one achieves success alone. It was a partnership, and it's important that we pay tribute to those that have helped us. So, can I ask you to please be upstanding and turn to your loved ones, either here in the audience or online, your mums, your dads, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, even your lecturers, and give them a huge round of applause. So can you please stand and help me with that? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Graduating class, it's been my great pleasure to address you today in this historic ceremony, and I genuinely wish you every success in whatever lies ahead. You must seize the day as if it was your last day and make a difference for someone or some organisation. Never wait until tomorrow. The others wait and put it off. So we have meticulously trained you to make a difference with excellence and to make a difference with impact. It's important that you believe that you can make that difference. We have trained you to achieve the impossible. You have shown through your resilience during COVID that that's highly likely. Never give up on your dreams, and persistence pays every time. At this graduation ceremony, I also have a time-honoured tradition to make a quote that I end with. I try to use, given my previous formative study in the United States and a previous career in the US, with a naval career in the US, I sometimes use a US president. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to quote from a First Lady instead, the wife of a US president. That president is Joe Biden, the 46th president. And the First Lady is Dr. Jill Biden. Jill Biden is, in her own right, a truly inspirational leader and a truly inspirational educator. Although she's still in the White House, she continues to diligently teach as a community college professor. She teaches students of your age. And she's a fellow advocate of affordable and accessible higher education, not for the few, but for the many. And Dr. Biden once said, education doesn't just make you smarter. After over 20 years, she's seen the determination, the resilience, and the dedication of countless students who, regardless of their home backgrounds or their circumstances, they've showed up to college, they've worked hard, they have believed that anything is possible. So those are my final words to you, graduating class of 2022. May those words live long with you. May you make Glasgow proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you. So now I'd like to formally introduce, give you an insight into our guest of honour, Sandy Begbie, CBE. I have the great honour to do this. Sandy was appointed the Chief Executive of the Scottish Financial Enterprise Organisation in October 2020. Prior to joining the Scottish Financial Enterprise, he led the development of the Scottish Government's Young Persons Guarantee, following an 18-month contract at Tesco Bank as the bank's Chief Transformation Officer. Sandy, previous to that, was responsible for the Global People Organisation and cultural integration of a successful merger between two important financial institutions, Standard Life and Aberdeen Asset Management. Before that merger, Sandy was the Chief People Officer and the lead executive for China and Hong Kong for Standard Life for some 8 years. And during this time, he led Standard Life's HR team to be recognised as one of the most top-performing HR functions in the United Kingdom, and turning around Standard Life's Chinese joint venture. Sandy was appointed advisor to the Standard Life board in 2020, having been chair of their Hong Kong-based board in 2014. Before joining Standard Life, Sandy held similar transformational and group HR roles within Aegon, Scottish Power, Royal Bank of Scotland. Sandy holds many non-executive positions such as Chair of Career Ready, Non-Executive Place to Be and Chair of the Centre for the Moving Images. He was awarded a Commander of the British Empire, CBE, in the Queen's Birthday Honours List in August 2018 for his services to business and social inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, I could think of no one finer to make this keynote address than Sandy Begbie. Please give him a very warm Glasgow welcome. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, family, friends, staff from City of Glasgow College, and I'd just like to thank Dr. Paul Little, Principal and CEO, for the opportunity to give the keynote address this afternoon. But by far and away, the most important population in the room are the students that sit in front of me. This afternoon is all about you, the graduates of 2022. And of course, this is no normal graduation because you've had COVID to deal with throughout the last few years. So in many ways, you've already shown huge resilience, huge energy, huge determination, the ability to get over challenges that I suspect none of us ever thought would come our way just a number of years ago. So for that alone, I'd just like to congratulate you for what you've managed to achieve, because what you've achieved is pretty unique. Also, I would just like to recognise the progress under Paul's leadership of the City of Glasgow, the City of Glasgow College. As he's already talked about, this is a world-class institution. All the awards it's received, all the development that's happened, the recognition that it's received under Paul's leadership and the rest of his team has been enormous, and an absolute credit to Scotland and Scotland's very successful education sector. And you've all benefited from the work that Paul and his team have put in over a number of different years. I was, however, asked to come here and talk a little bit about my own career and my experiences and key lessons that might be helpful for you as you start out on the next stage of your journey. I was just struck by Paul's comment from Dr. Jill Biden and the last three words that he mentioned there, which was anything is possible. And that's words I'd just like to hold on to for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Most of my experiences and most of what I've achieved was predominantly shaped by my upbringing. I grew up in a very working-class council estate on the outskirts of Edinburgh. I went to, which wasn't at the time, but a few years later, was classified as the worst school in Scotland. And I'm very disappointed to say for everyone in the room, I was distinctly average at school. I'd say average was probably even being a little bit generous. However, I did have teachers, I did have other people that could see something in me that I probably couldn't see in myself. And they gave me the support and a bit of counsel and direction along my way. So as I started to come out of school, I went straight into work. 1 week after my 17th birthday, I went to work for the Royal Bank of Scotland in a small branch in a small town outside of Edinburgh. One of my first jobs was basically to go round every morning and take a list of what everyone wanted from the local bakers. And I would go gather the money, rush out and pick up their scones, cakes and etc., come back, make the tea and take it round as they worked. But I look back very fondly on those days because in many ways I'd been given an opportunity. And I'd been given an opportunity that I probably didn't quite expect, and therefore I felt I need to repay that opportunity by putting my all into the opportunity I've been given. The cards were stacked against me. I didn't even have the qualifications to start the bank exams at that time. And when you joined banking in those days in '83, there was only one way to progress, which was through the banking exams. So I had to do night school in order to get the qualifications in order to start the bank exams. But that's one of my first lessons when I look back. Quite often you'll find yourself in situations where the cards may be stacked against you, or you think the cards may be stacked against you. But there's always a way around it. There's always a way for you to use what your own abilities, your own values, and your way of able to progress. Never think about it as being barriers. Think about it as being an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can basically prove to others that you can be successful. And one of the phrases I quite often use is don't let others define your future based on your background or their views on you. I quite often say don't listen to negative people. There's lots of negative people in life that will gladly tell you you can't do something. Just shut them out. Don't listen to them. So with that background, other lessons I've learned, and I've probably put them into 4 lessons over the last 40 years. First of all was I sort of found myself in human resources. The funny story about that was I had qualified, I did do my bank exams, and the last place I wanted to go and work was in human resources, HR, personnel as it was called in those days. And I was told I would only be there for 2 years, then I would be able to go and do something I wanted to do. And then 30 years later, I've never really quite left HR. I've always had one foot inside human resources. So the second lesson for me was don't let your own perceptions or prejudices necessarily discount opportunities. Because in those days, I didn't have a choice. You got told where you were going to go and work. So I went to human resources, and I actually found that I was both interested in it, I liked it, and actually I was pretty good at it. And the reason I was quite good at it was because actually I came with a very different sort of view or lens on human resources. I took a very business-driven approach to it. So I combined human resources and business. I went on to do an MBA in the 90s. I did graduate. But I always thought to myself, the reason why I'm quite successful in this profession is because I don't follow the normal career path. And I quite slightly tongue-in-cheek, I remind my own HR friends and colleagues that actually I have no HR qualification whatsoever. But I was able to navigate my way through that by combining my HR experience, but also with that real business knowledge. But as Paul said, I also spent a lot of time overseas. I spent time in China, Hong Kong, Singapore, also in North America. And one of the third lessons I found was the best way to find out about yourself is to constantly push yourself and take yourself out your comfort zone. It's very easy to fall into that comfort zone where you do the same thing because you're good at it, day in, day out, month in, month out. And actually, one thing I realised was that actually you're not doing yourself any good by doing that. You need to really, really test yourself and find out your own personal boundaries. And that's why another lesson I learned was really to look at every opportunity about how stretching is it going to be for you. What can you potentially learn? What can you potentially learn about yourself by taking on that opportunity? And that's, in essence, why I ended up getting involved, particularly in China and Hong Kong, Singapore. Those roles were nothing to do with human resources. They were purely business roles. I certainly had no experience in China. I certainly had no experience in Hong Kong. I'd never been there, far less ever worked there. Certainly didn't know any of the language. So again, you could say, well, the cards are stacked against you. And I could have quite easily said, I'll give somebody else that opportunity. But I thought, no, I'm going to go and at least test it and see if I'm any good at this. And 7 or 8 years later, we turned around a business. It became the best performing joint venture in China. We were the only international business to be given a license to sell pensions. And the business went from in the bottom quartile to almost the very top of the quartile in terms of its performance, but also how it was run as a business. And if someone had said to me at the beginning, that's what you are going to try and aim to do, I would have said, there's no way. But there was always part of me that said, I'm going to test myself anyway, because I really want to understand the boundaries of my leadership and the boundaries of what I can do. So one of the things for me has always been about take yourself out your comfort zone and actually really think about your own learning and your own development from that. And always think about what you can do rather than what you can't do. Everyone brings their own strengths, their own values, their own capabilities to a job or situation. So always, always never forget what you're good at. I mentioned earlier about don't listen to negative people. And certainly I always drew a lot of my energy and motivation when someone would say to me, I don't think you can do that. And Paul referenced the Young Person's Guarantee. And the Young Person's Guarantee was basically a response to COVID in many respects. So you roll back to June, first lockdown. I had established an Edinburgh Guarantee together with Edinburgh Council and JP Morgan in 2010-11 in Edinburgh to address youth unemployment in Edinburgh. And I got a phone call to say, how do you think about establishing a guarantee for the whole of Scotland? You know, youth unemployment could reach up to 20–25%. How would you go about addressing that? And that was pretty much all I was given. And this was the third week in June. And they said, by the way, could you have the paper ready by the end of August? And basically, I was 8 weeks to do it, and it was announced in Parliament at the beginning of September. But in some ways, again, I thought I'm going to at least try, because I would rather try and fail than not try at all. Deeply passionate about it. But also I thought, this is a real problem that Scotland could be facing. And there were plenty of people that said to me, phone me up and say, why on earth are you doing that? You know, you're not going to be able to achieve that. Well, as we stand here today, we've created over 25,000 opportunities for young people in Scotland, either further higher education, apprenticeships, direct employment. But not only that, we've worked deliberately with third sector organisations. We've put 500 more young people with disabilities into employment. We've moved the dial in Glasgow, given we're here. Glasgow had one of a real core of young people who had remained either disengaged or unemployed, regardless of the economic cycle. It was around about 9 or 10%. We've now got that down to less than 5%. We have half the number of young people in Glasgow who are no longer in a positive destination. So in some ways, I had no idea how I was going to do that. But that's, Paul mentioned about being innovative, being about problem solving. And I would really encourage you to keep that as you go through your career. And then the final key lesson for me personally was one about set a direction, but there is no wrong path. You can get from A to B in many, many different ways. And always be alert to that. By all means have a direction, because people say to me, you must have had a goal. And I said, well, I did have a goal eventually, probably, mid-90s, I decided I was going to be an HR director at a FTSE 100 company. But I still never restricted my path as to how I was going to get there. So there is no wrong path. If you choose the opportunity that comes your way carefully, then you will also choose something that you know you're going to develop from. I've only ever held two things that are really important to me when I've looked at a new role. One is, who am I working for? Can I learn from them? And secondly is, what am I going to get out of the job? I've always said to people, I've never been ready for any job I've ever done. And I say that as a bit tongue-in-cheek, but actually what I mean by that is, if you're ready for that job, don't do it. You need to look at a role, you need to look at an opportunity and say, how am I going to develop? How am I going to be different than I am today in 3 years' time? And it comes back to this idea of pushing yourself out your comfort zone. Probably the most important thing is never stop learning. The day you stop learning, or the day I stop learning, I'm probably just going to retire, because I think at that point you say you've probably done as much as you can. So every day for me is something I aim to get up in the morning and say, I'm going to learn something new today. Whether I read the newspaper, whether I go and talk to people, whether I go and find someone new to speak to. I just like this idea of being curious. And continuing with that curiosity throughout your career, I would strongly encourage you to keep that at the forefront of your mind. I've also been fortunate enough to both work for very good leaders, which has allowed me to learn from them and think about my own leadership. So when you are in a position where, and leadership's a huge responsibility, there are people looking up to you, they're looking at your behaviours, your actions, your words every day, and therefore you've got to be very conscious and self-aware about yourself. But the two or three things I've always kept in my mind about leadership. One is, I would never treat anyone in a way that I wouldn't want to be treated myself. It's quite simple to say, but I can assure you, many, many leaders that I've seen in action simply don't follow that basic principle. And secondly is around consistency. Consistency of leadership. What that means is that people understand how you're going to react in a particular situation. You might get annoyed in a particular situation, you might not, but the fact is your people that work for you understand how you're going to behave. They feel empowered because they know that they have your support, because that situation they know how you're going to react. In other words, inconsistent leaders disempower people. And the final one, which is hugely important to me, is that as a leader you allow everyone to bring themselves to work. And that's where the whole inclusion theme comes for me, and the whole social mobility piece. Because as a leader, every single person in that organisation, in your area of the organisation, should walk into work that day and feel as though they can be themselves. And there's no barriers, there's no bias, there's no inappropriate behaviours. People can bring themselves to work. So you're at the start of the next phase of your life. You're all graduating in the hospitality and leisure faculty, and many of you might have a sense of what your next step will look like. And whatever that may be, remember there is no wrong path. But remember, always be yourself and always be true to yourself. You will find yourself in difficult situations inside organisations. Some of you may run your own businesses. You might have your own challenges that you need to face into. But always let your own values guide you. And make sure that you, when you get home at night, you can say that you have been yourself. You're also going to surprise yourself. Okay? You can always do a little bit more. You can always find a way around problems. And that is, in some ways, is a real plus of moving into the stage of your career. Push yourself, and you will surprise yourself. You will find out things about yourself that you probably didn't even know. Never constrain yourself. I always say the biggest thing that constrains an individual is themselves. So don't talk yourself out of things. Look at every opportunity. Think about it. And again, I'll just repeat, don't listen to negative people. Because there will be people that say, I don't think you can do that. And then you will, human nature is, I don't think I'll give that a chance. Don't listen to those people. Find yourself a mentor. Find yourself someone that you can trust, you can speak to, you can have a proper conversation. And they will be the ones that will encourage you to take up these opportunities. But most of all, never stop learning. Just learn and learn and learn. Continuously be curious, whichever situation you find yourself in. The rest of your life is ahead of you. Go and enjoy it. Be yourself, and whatever path you choose, go for it. You won't regret it. And congratulations again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy, for those inspiring words and some lessons there for all of us, no matter what age or stage we are in life. So you'll all be glad to know that we're fast approaching the presentation of awards. So as such, I invite Principal Little to the front of the stage to recognise the graduates, and Siobhan Wilson, Dean of Faculty of Hospitality and Leisure, to take her place to announce 2022 graduates. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the graduands for the Faculty of Hospitality and Leisure. HNC Beauty Therapy, Holly McIntyre. Samantha June Parks. HND Beauty Therapy, Siam Ali. Caitlin Boyle. Amanda Brown. Isabella Cameron. Isabel Cox. Emma Louise Crawford. Rachel Cunningham. Leafia Docherty. Sophie Donaldson. Denise Durno. Jennifer Gamble. Hannah Gatt. Emily Guess. Samantha Gilroy. Amanda Gorman. Claire Graham. Olga Guznak. Lindsay Hamilton. Sarah Innes. Flora Irvin Hall. Kanwal Jafari. Namrata Sarkar. Chelsea Johnston. Erin Jordan. Cara Louise Lennon. Elise Sidney Mansell. Caitlin Ruby Martin. Danielle McConnell. Laura McEwen. Meg McGuinness. Kirsty McMenamin. Emma McPhee. Rosemary Mellon. Laura Murray. Kelsey Parker. Anissa Kayam. Nida Rashid. Kirsty Ria. Veneta Rianyaka. Emma Russell. Marielos Grato. Ray Smith. Stephanie Stewart. May Sterling. Sumaira Wahid. Helen Wood. Fiona Young. HND Complementary Therapies. Sophie Stephanie Aitken. Yergita Anatanivieni. Zareen Bhatti. Nicola Anna Bryce. Marion Bryson. Karen Elliott. Iona Gilbraith. Lynn Goodenough. Anna Costeca. Marie Ellen McMillan. Demi Louisa Laird McGovern. Ashley Price. Anastasia Ritchie. HNC Fashion Makeup, Jade Byrne. Amy Campbell. Megan Amy Croucher. Katrina Fairbairn. Tony Griggs. Courtney Jane Maguire. Amy McMillan. HND Makeup Artistry, TV, Film and Theatre, Ryan Lee Blaine. Lauren Budge. Becky Lane Darrar. Hannah Daw. Louise Jamie MacDonald Dugan. Sophie Douglas. Annie Gage. Ryan Glover. Charlotte Kennedy. Abigail Kenwell. Rosie Laidlaw. Rachel Lockhead. Jessica Martin. Julia Morris. Caitlin Morrison. Anna Paiselek. Fraser Reid. Stacey Riley. Oslem Turan. Nicole Waters. HNC Hairdressing. Anisha Ahmed. Anne Cameron. Lorraine Cargill. Kiana Douglas. Katarzyna Gulusik. Jay Hanlon. Jordan Hunter. Fatima Hussein. Georgia McCrory. Sophie Emma McAteer. Laura Meekin. Charlene Middleton. Shannon Mulgrew. Kimberly Murray. Amy Nicholl. Lauren Nixon. Agnieszka Pazik-Dinska. Angela Scott. Kira Scott. Yvonne Sterling. Eric Thompson. Rebecca Watts. HND Coaching and Developing Sport. Finlay Anderson. Jenny Bain. Alexander Bell. Kaylee Boyd. Matthew Braze. Leah Brannan. Lewis Bremner. Chiara Cafola. Aidan Thomas Callahan. Casey Anthony Campbell. John Coyle. Jack Cribbs. Nicole Cunningham. Owen Davey. Jonathan Dexter. Darren Feeney. Jack David Graham. Hannah Halford. Declan Hanna. Gabrielle Holland Buchanan. Alex Kennedy. Ailey Kerr. Douglas King. Callum Law. Maria Leith. Elise Lovitz. Erin Michelle McDougall. Kyle Maxwell. Kieran Thomas McBride. Callum McCallum. Fraser McCallum. Paige McGarity. Kyla McIndoe. Abby McKinnon. Abby Montgomery. Tom Moody. Brogan Morrison. Stephen Nicholas. Chloe Nicholson. Abigail Niven. Aidan Payne. Martin Pollock. Claire Mary Robertson. Lauren Semple. Melissa Shaw. Oliver Stewart. Katerina Vengeance. Aidan Weir. Holly Whallen. Alex Williamson. Hannah Williamson. HND Fitness, Health and Exercise. Clevis Bashaj. Cameron Campbell. Heather Egan. Bailey Green. Matthew Gunn. Adam Hill. Martin Knight. Ella McFarlane. Robbie McDowell. Sophie McGoldrick. Ross Smith. Matthew Cameron Tripp. Taylor Wilson. Zoe Gray Johnston Wilson. Chicken Yip. Gavin Young. HNC Soft Tissue Therapy, Raina Curry. HND Sports Therapy, Saskia Barkley. Rory Bain. Christopher Berry. Finlay Boulder. Laura Brannigan. Jurgita Bucciuti. Dean Drummond. Cameron Edmond. Morgan Fleming. Lucy Gaw. Stephanie Greer. Victoria Linda Hasfelt. Denise Kelly. Scott Kerr. Christian Latto. Caitlin Mackay. Lauren McCaig. Tegan McConnell. Claire Murdoch McVean. Jack Miller. Emily Rooney. Cara Stirling. Alana Ward. Nicole Watson. Finlay Waugh. Findlay Webster. Nicole Whitehill. Rona Isabel Wilson. HNC Patisserie. Rachel Bremner. Sarah Ifukio Davidson. Roxy Elgar. Zoe Martin. HNC Professional Cookery. George McKinniack. Elena Maturana. Constance Owusu. Jennifer Lee Rafferty. HND Professional Cookery. Shona Boyd. Jennifer Colley. Nicole Cowan. Danielle Reid. Brian Gunn. Gina Habib. Alice Lillian Hugh. Ifoma Iwikuchuku. Alu Khan. Gabriela Kulelsa. John Kyle. Ryan Mace Hopkins. Paula McLeod. Elise Lau Macambi. Ian Matthews. Jessica McKechnie. Ross McKenzie. Lewis McPhee. Beth Morris. Callum Mullen. Callum Rainey. HNC Hospitality, Sarah Cook. HNC Hospitality Management, Thomas Ian Gray. HND Hospitality Management, Fatima Akhtar. Lisa Kavanagh. Samantha Ann Ferguson. Amy Finlay. Phil Knox. Chiara Lucenti. Georgia McMillan. Emma Malloy. Zoe Park. Diane Petrie. HNC Events Management, Megan Rose Baker. Sophie Donaldson. Jenna Gillespie. David Kinchington. HND Events Management, Lewis Allen. Robin Armory. Gazang Bapir. Andrew Convery. Rachel Crisp. Kiva Roma Drovandi. Lauren Friel. Taylor Gallagher. Rebecca Lawrence Jones. Rachel McGilvery. Sean Roberts. Leonie Ross. Heather Stevenson. Nina Sembrowska. Kaya Yates. HNC Travel and Tourism, Amy Allen. Ruth Grace David. Robin Janikowski. Angeliki Lau. Rachel Rose. Lauren Shand. Leildes Christina. Alexandra Wright. HND Travel and Tourism, Leslie Burke. Jennifer Hughes. Lorita Ivanova. Frederica Kochanova. Natasha MacLeod. Amy McFarlane. Chloe McNaughton. Katia Mealy. Lee Miller. John Parkhill. James Prentice. Emma Robertson. Laura Schooler. Naomi Heather Sinclair. Sandra Small. Heather Stewart. Lewis Syme. And that concludes the graduation for the Faculty of Hospitality and Leisure. Congratulations.
Thank you, Principal. Thank you, Siobhan. And we'd now like to share with you a short video with some messages of congratulations from people that I'm sure you'll know and recognise.
Sports coaching, class of 2022. It's an honour and a privilege that I get to stand here and wish you a massive congratulations on your achievements, both in your HNC and HND. As graduates, you've probably already moved on to something bigger and better with your further studies or full-time work. I wish you every success in the future, whatever your route may be. And if I can leave you with a piece of advice, it would be to always choose something that you enjoy and you'll never work a day in your life. Congratulations, good luck in your future, take care and thanks very much.
Congratulations to HND JKLM group, you smashed it, well done.
Congratulations to all our hospitality and event management students. The world's your oyster.
Congratulations!
Woo!
Congratulations to all our hairdressing HNC students. Thank you so much for being such a great bunch. I wish you all the very best. Never stop learning and reaching for your goals and dreams. You know where I am if you ever need me, and I hope you have the best day celebrating your amazing achievements today. Bye!
Congratulations, HND Beauty Therapy!
Hi everyone, have a fantastic graduation. To everyone in tourism and everyone else, I hope you have a fantastic day and you've all done amazing. Well done.
Well done to all the 2022 Fitness, Health and Exercise students. Good luck and all the best for the future.
Congratulations HNC hairdressing students. It's been a huge privilege and a massive honour to be part of your journey and watch everything that you have achieved, and all the best and wish you all the success for the future.
Congratulations graduates, we're so proud of you. You've worked so hard to get to this point and we can't wait to see what you do in the future. Good luck, and we're always here when you need us.
Congratulations Complementary Therapies HND Class of 2022. I just want to say congratulations for the future, and you've done really well during really difficult times of COVID. Well done.
Congratulations to all our students graduating today in both our hospitality and events programme. Well done for all your hard work and dedication. It's paid off.
Hi everyone, on behalf of the sports therapy team, we would like to say congratulations to you all. wish you every success for your future. It's been a tough couple of years, but through your resilience and hard work, you've got there. So well done, congratulations.
Okay, congratulations everybody on your graduation. Well done all.
Congratulations to all our students at the City of Glasgow College 2022. Well done and all the best for the future.
Congratulations and well done on your graduation today, and good luck for the future.
Congratulations, makeup artistry, TV, film and theatre. Everybody's so incredibly proud of all of your achievements during the course and everything you've done in industry since you've left. We're looking forward to seeing what you do in the future, and please keep in touch and come back and see us.
Congratulations to all our HNC and HND travel and tourism students. All your hard work's paid off. Well done and all the best for the future.
Huge congratulations to each and every single one of you for completing an amazing few years at college. I hope you really enjoy your graduation today and all the best for the future.
Congratulations to the HNC hairdressers. On behalf of all the team, we're absolutely delighted for you all and we're so proud of you as well. Do stay in touch and let us know what the future holds for you. Congratulations, it's time to party.
Is it on?
Yeah.
No, it's not, it's me. Do you know I was rehearsing this in the car on the way in this morning and I pure forgot.
Try not to giggle the whole way through it.
Oh no.
Last time, I can do the concentration. I'm just trying to say congratulations and I'm coming up with all sorts of stuff.
No.
We didn't expect that right at the end, did we? Pure professionalism, we love it. So I'd like to add my own congratulations to all this evening's graduates. But we now have some top student awards to present. So can I ask our guest of honour, Sandy Begbie, to step forward to present the prizes, please? Okay, so the Principal's Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement, sponsored by Eden Ravenscroft, go to Lynn Goodenough, HND Complementary Therapies. To Danielle Gillespie, HND Professional Cookery. And Taylor Wilson, HND Fitness, Health and Exercise. Thank you very much for presenting the student prizes, Sandy. We know you're a very busy person and we're grateful for you taking the time to be with us today. We'd like to present you with a small token of our appreciation from the Principal and all of us joining you today. Thank you. So can I now invite the Chair of our College Board, Alistair Barron, to step forward to give the closing address. Thank you.
It's always heartwarming to know that the first take is never the best take. Thank you, Dr. Carney, guest of honour Sandy, members of our college board, distinguished guests, distinguished alumni, college colleagues, graduating class of 22, that means you, mums, dads, family and friends. You're going to have to get used to being called the graduating class of 22. Our revels now are ended, but before we depart, may I share my pleasure that we've been able to welcome so many of you in person. I'm truly honoured to be here at this milestone event in your career and life.
delivering on this, your special day, what the principal calls, or oft calls, a mercifully few words of closing. While the last academic year has seen a return to more normal course delivery programmes, the last 3 years have been far from normal. You've overcome significant challenges in your academic and professional skills journey. Your accomplishment here today carries even more significance because to succeed, you've had to adapt and had to innovate to overcome some extremely challenging times. Such resilience, ability and determination holds you in good stead. Your flexibility, commitment and ability has brought you success in achieving these, your certificates and diplomas. Take great pride in this milestone in your lives and look to the future with confidence, knowing that you're equipped with skills and qualifications to embrace exciting new opportunities. You have the skills that will shape a new economy and improve our society. On behalf of my colleagues on the Board of Management, may I say how immensely proud of you we are, and that we wish you every success in your chosen careers or further studies. During your time at City of Glasgow College, you will have undoubtedly been thankful for the support, encouragement and no doubt some wise counsels received from your family, friends and partners, many of whom are here to share your celebrations. Undoubtedly, your gratitude, and certainly mine, goes to the City of Glasgow College lecturing and support staff for the professionalism, guidance and advice during your course. And I also express recognition and appreciation of the inspirational vision and exceptional leadership of Principal Little and his management team, who have worked tirelessly to create such an inspirational and innovative environment in which to study and truly let learning flourish. Graduates, like myself, you are now a City of Glasgow College alumni. I like to think that we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and you'll always be welcome here to continue your lifelong learning. As you begin an exciting new chapter in your life story, reach for the stars and be aspirational as you can. Have conviction and confidence in your ability and in your new skills learnt here at this world-class institution. I'll end, if I may, with some quotes from someone defined as the great pioneer of constructivist theory of knowledge, who was an early advocate of innovation in the education system. He's the author of a seminal book entitled "To Understand is to Invent the Future of Education." Over a long career, Jean Piaget was awarded 16 honorary doctorates from universities across the UK, Europe and the Americas. Reflecting on the role for education, he offered 2 inspirational comments that I share with you today. Only education is capable of saving our societies from possible collapse, whether violent or gradual. And the principal goal of education should be to create men and women such as you, who are capable of doing new things, who are capable not simply of repeating what other generations have done. To me, these words are more relevant now than ever before,
The world is changing at an ever faster pace. Simply doing what other generations have done may no longer be viable or the desirable option. Graduates of 2022, I urge you to take forward the spirit of innovation gained during your time at City of Glasgow College. For you are the generation to do new things. You are the generation to do great things. And you are the generation to change the world for the better. Having said that, tonight, though, is one for richly deserved celebrations. And we hope you enjoy yourselves.
Thank you, Alistair, for those encouraging words. I get the feeling there will be lots of enjoyment and merriment and richly deserved for all. Thank you. So that just about brings us to the end of proceedings, but you might like to know that all graduate names are published in today's Glasgow Herald, which you can get just outside the doors of the concert hall. And there's also a congratulatory gift waiting for you at your gown drop-off point as you leave today. So can I now please ask you to be upstanding while the stage party proceeds out of the auditorium. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.